What is going on, guys? We're back with another video in Madden 18 Connected Franchise. We are doing another rebuild, a realistic style of the Texans. Everybody loves to hate on them because I'll make one or two unrealistic moves or something like that, and the whole thing goes out the window. And this team, kind of rough, and the main reason why they're rough is because they have no first or second round pick. However, you do land Deshaun Watson, who, as of right now, is easily the easiest quarterback in Madden to develop. He's 21 years old in Madden right now, and he is a rookie. So, two things you need to become a star. There's a lot of different things with the offensive line. I know there was, a couple of real-life signings and whatnot, but I'm not going to worry about those. I will worry about Tyrann Mathieu, though. Don't know what his man coverage is. Please be decent. Can he play at corner still? Because we are desperate for the cornerbacks, and that's where I would like to play him. 83 overall, so we have ourselves a new corner. Tyrann Mathieu cannot be playing free safety when he's clearly a cornerback for this team. We're desperate, even though it'll probably get him paid a lot more. But either way, it is what it is. But it's a fair trade-off because, like I said, Deshaun Watson, amazing, guy to develop. Still missing a lot of talent on this team, though. Question is, without a draft pick of our own this year, should we not go all out? Sometimes I'll be honest, we don't look like a great team, so we just, we kind of let it happen. But here, I like where we're at. I just think we need a new offensive line. So I'm going to just sign a complete offensive line from free agency, and we're going to go from there. So let's take a look at this offensive line and see if there's even a singular player that should remain a starter or get a starting spot. A lot of these guys looking a little rough. I signed Brandon Albert a little bit earlier before the rebuild. No thank you, though. Suafilo, he used to be one of the guys that I would allow, but nope, he is terrible. Nick Martin. Okay, Nick Martin maybe. And Nick Martin might be able to start at center for us. I remember Greg Mance used to be okay. Not anymore. Yeah, this is, in Madden terms, the worst offensive line by far. Not even question. So we're going to need Clowney playing right end. I don't want any of this hybrid BS. We're just going to play a traditional 4-3. We're going to slide over McKinney as an outside pass linebacker. And we're going to have Cunningham as a middle linebacker. What else do we have? So we have Covington, who probably plays an okay DT. At least I hope he does. Got DJ Reader. What's his stat line looking like? He's a good overall, but he, he needs some upgrades. Still a young player, though, so definitely a good talent. I suppose we'll sim a week and see if any offers come awry. Don't even think that's a word. 30 years old, Brian Cushing. I don't even think a fourth round is worth it. I think, no, we'll allow a fourth round. Fourth round from the Broncos for Brian Cushing. He's a proven talent. I don't know if that's what they did in real life, what they did. But I don't see them keeping him on their starting roster. Maybe they did. I don't know. It's just this team has so much linebacker talent. It's really no need to. The way this offensive line is built, I know we got a whole bunch of youngsters to fill the spots. Well, youngsters. Did I really just call all the free agents that we signed youngsters? Nice. We got a whole bunch of veterans to fill those spots. But I still worry. And, quick look over the lineup. I think we've already been, through this. We established it, but that's what we're rocking with. Maybe we can turn this into a playoff team. Doubt it, but maybe. We do have a trade offer on Gilchrist as well. He's 28, 80 overall. Honestly, the most I'd be wanting to get is like a fifth. The Jets, that's a little high. A fourth round for Gilchrist. Well, the Jets do need multiple positions. Nah, they only need a cornerback. Now I'm stuck in this trap. 7 wins. I'm going to take a fifth round off the Jets for Gilchrist. 5 and a 7. Accumulating a little bit this year. Maybe get a couple of linemen from it. Going to sim to the mid-season point. See where we're at. Maybe at least 3 wins. That'd be pretty nice. We have a third round. Our highest owned pick is a third round draft pick. Our highest owned pick in general is a third round. So 5 and 2. Please. Actually, no, we want that. What am I talking about? We don't have our own draft pick technically, so why do I care? So, re-signings, we have Jonathan Joseph. Very well probably will get a contract, which is very rare for the Texans to do, in Sim, which I have no idea why. He's still a great player, and he only wants a 1 year. I mean, I would assume this number will probably be close to $6 million by the end of the season. Shane Leckler probably going to let him go. Eddie Pleasant and Corey Moore are both getting ready to leave. I will be giving the deal to Corey Moore. He's good enough. 81 overall, I'll take it. Can you improve your skill at all? I'm sorry. Totally sorry, bro. I shouldn't be talking to you like that. Even though you should. Watch I upgrade all the players, and then we'll do really bad for some reason. Thank you. Everyone else is kind of up there in the sky here. I have no idea because there's a lot of decent players you can get in free agency that could match those players and even cost less. So, oh, here we go. Glenn Harper. We've got one. We've got one, folks. Defensive MVP, J.J. Watt. Rodgers is the NFL MVP, though, and the Jags somehow missed the playoffs. Interesting. His team's apparently decent. Apparently decent. Maybe the one time the Jags are bad in a franchise rebuild is this time, hopefully. Deshaun Watson, like, no touchdowns passing. Rushing, not bad. Really solid, not fumbling, which is awesome. Will Fuller had a lot of catches, didn't really translate to yards and touchdowns, which is kind of stupid because he's the fastest on the team by far. If Hopkins can get 90 catches and 1,200 yards, Will Fuller should get at least 1,100. Blocking from the veterans, looking pretty solid. Sack totals, Clowney and Watt combined for over 30. Reader also joins them with 11 sacks, not bad. Cunningham leads the team with 3 interceptions, probably defensive rookie of the year. Kicking, not bad, only missed 4 kicks out of 18. Shane Leckler over 45 per. Will Fuller, no punt returns, no touchdowns on either side anyways. Offensive 14th, defense got to be top 5, number 3. Yearly awards, were we close? No, we were not on that at least. AFC, please. So J.J. Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. Deshaun Watson, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Cunningham does not win it over Myles Garrett. That's rough, but it is what it is. Lamar Miller actually was number 2 for running backs. J.J. Watt. That's pretty much it we got for that. Let's take a look at the XP. Please, Deshaun, have like 40K at least. 22K. I mean, I adjusted all the sliders, so nothing I could do from there. This team is looking, I mean, it's okay. We're on the right track, but definitely with an 11-5 record, would have thought we would have been better than this. So pretty much at no XP, like we already stated. I think we can get the we can get some sort of trade here, right? Well, we'll go with expert scouting. So we don't need an offensive line trait yet. Our offensive line is all on the damn retirement list. 80 across line, pretty much all free agents. Fedorowicz is the second best receiver technically on the team. Will Fuller is an 83. Hopkins in 98. Lamar Miller almost a 90. Deshaun a 90 plus. Linebacking core, honestly would have thought it was going to be way better than this, but it was not. Safeties, average. Cornerbacks, slightly above average. And then D-line, absolutely insane. The best in the league. Probably, at least. Going against the Bengals, who will be looking for their first playoff win in 7,648 years. You know what's kind of funny and sad? I don't know the math on it, but like 7,000 days could actually be on par with how long it's been. Yeah, it's actually been way more than 7,000. That is sad. Almost over 9,000. Getting crazy. Come on, Bengals, you can do it. Not against us today, though. Don't get crazy now. So far, we are winning by 7. I believe we are left to right, so going to take the 2-touchdown lead. Starting of the second half, we are going to be up 24-7. Nice little win. Not win, but nice little field goal there at the end. Driving down the field proper with the ground game, and the way we're wasting the clock and driving, this got to be a win. Well, maybe not. It's not over. Yeah, we wasted a lot of clock there. That's game. 33-17 will be the final. So at least we win the game, and more importantly, do not become the team to give up the Bengals streak. Do not want to be that team. You never do. You never want to be the team to allow a team to break a streak on you. A bad streak, at least. Deontay Foreman stealing 2 touchdowns. Deshaun Watson fumbled 120 yards for Lamar Miller. DeAndre Hopkins over 100 yards. Will Fuller average. Defensively, 3.5 for Watt, 2.5 for Clowney, 1 for Kevin, 1 for Covington, 1 for Reader. Jesus, the pressure was unbelievable. 4 kicks, perfect for our kicker. And moving on to the divisional. Maybe Tyrann Mathieu is the big difference. Maybe, well, not just Tyrann Mathieu. Getting that entire offensive line from free agency was a huge step because all of the guys we had were like 71 to 74. Going against the Chargers is a tough one. However, there could be worse. So this is doable. It's very well doable. It could be a year 1 Super Bowl from the most shocking team to do it, I would say. And they give the ball up almost immediately. We only score 3, though, and they're going to take the lead by 4. Start of the second quarter. Looking a little rough. Defense is doing a pretty decent job. Offense is really screwing it up. And as soon as I say defense is doing a really good job, defense just completely croaks it. Offense is just not doing anything, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Chargers have a great defense. But do they have a great enough defense to allow us only 3? And, of course, I slow sim and instantly get a score for a touchdown. I mean, apparently we aren't done. Now, if they score a touchdown here, it's over. Nah, we lost. Defense actually was terrible. Offense didn't really help. I think, honestly, the whole team just deserved to lose. They played very poorly there. Tried to clutch it up near the end, but absolutely dominated. I would say Watson probably threw 2 picks. I threw 1, but still not great. Eckler got 2. Lamar Miller just did not get a lot of carries. Receiving, Hopkins dominating as always. Sack total is really nothing at all. And that's pretty much the first season. I mean, it's all right, to do well the first season because we didn't even have our own draft pick anyways. So all it affects is the 3rd or 4th round, which is nothing. Plus, we picked up a couple of 3rd or 4th, not 3rd or 4th, but a couple of 4th, 5th rounds. So I'm all right with that. Let's go on to the Super Bowl, see who wins it. I do not think the Chargers are going to win it, but they do have a shot. Chargers and Eagles aren't in the bowl, so call you what you want. Apparently, I'm wrong. Right tackle, Pierce Armstrong. I don't know if it means anything good, but I like to hear a good story because it means the player's probably okay, right? Pierce is a first rounder. No, thank you, pal. Fly, Eagles, fly. They win by 3. So, I mean, that's not a bad, confidence booster for us. Jonathan Joseph, like I said, he usually goes to free agency. I think I can get him for cheaper, so I'm just going to lowball him a little bit on the bonus. Test free agency, 12 mil. So don't get me wrong, lads. You were impressive. But you're also asking for a little bit of money. And I think I can get you guys back in free agency for the same price, if not cheaper, or replacements. Always a lot of old guys looking for a job. Sadly, that's the way this market works. This guy is D-Virgin. When you're looking for a guy, he's the guy. It's not worth getting those guys. You can do better, Texans. You can do better, Houston. I believe in you. 57 mil. Please be a big namer. Drew Brees, LeGarrette Blount. So Trey Burton's kind of the biggest name here for us personally. Alex Collins. So like I said, Jonathan Joseph here, not even getting an offer. I mean, this is a pretty big, realistic deal here. Thing is, though, I kind of want him back. Nah, screw it, we'll give him a legit deal because it's only a 1-year deal. We have tons of cap space. Do I really want to fight for him, though? I don't know. Bodine's a free agent? Well, okay. He's 26. I mean, we need a lineman, and he's superstar dev. I'm taking him. I mean, at least I'm going to try to. Let's see if we get anybody. So we only got 1, which is kind of shocking, but Bodine is the guy we wanted more than anyone. If we don't get a single other player, it's fine with me. Jonathan really wouldn't accept an 81-point offer. He's 34. Who does he think he is? The Packers are trying to rob us. So Jonathan Joseph is the final player that we can even really get. Looking around, I'm not seeing anything too crazy. Lucky this is a really poor draft. Let's say that. You got a pretty poor draft, which is nice timing. Even if we, had all the players in the world, all the spots, I wouldn't even mind it. I would just let it go. We're going to take him, actually. Screw it. Why not? Quick dev, 76 overall. Might start him. We'll see. Because Fedorowicz, he's really just a coverage guy, a blocking type. So, and our lineman's still there. So I guess we'll take him now. Got 2 7th rounds next year off of those trade downs. Pretty fair. Wakefield, normal dev. And sadly, even with his terrible strength and whatnot, Unless we go free agent route again, he's actually starter quality for this team. Trey Bynum, screw it. God damn it, I knew it. Could be a good kick returner, though, so maybe we'll turn that into something. Actually, no, I'm definitely taking him here. What am I even saying? Quick dev, 82 overall. Potentially the best corner in the draft. Number 3 was his projection. He will now be our number 1 or number 2 corner. Going Lewis Lusk, should be a starter. 78 overall. He's a little old, but definitely starter quality. 2 players that I think are going to be real big hits to our team's potential. So the highest pick we took was 3rd round, 28th pick, Tate Kading, who very well could be our starter. Wakefield, possibly a starter. Bynum, since we lost the running back, maybe, what's his kick return? Oh, yeah, 89 kick return. We have a new kick returner. Glenn Harper, clearly the best pick of the draft for us, maybe even just in general. Going to be our starting cornerback. Lusk, starting lineman. No Jennings. Ellis Thorpe probably replaces Merciless, so we'll try to make a trade for getting rid of Merciless. Don't really care too much about the talent in here. I want to see, though, I guess, some of the players, just because I thought this was actually, just off of first glance, one of the worst drafts I've seen in several rebuilds. Joey Brace, no hit power. Pickett, good dev, no strength. Jaquil Bradford, no. Varga, actually decent. Who is that quarterback, by the way? Definitely take a look at him. Mac Ferguson, insane. Brister, decent quarterback. Marquise Strong. Marquise, not looking bad at all. Cardinals, Tevin Mathis, not bad. Haynes Phelps, not bad. Will Muster, here's the guy. They took him early 2nd. Normal dev, 92 throw power. I'm not sure why he's in 86 over. I get his deep and awareness is a little bad, but he's actually a really good quarterback. I think he should have been much faster than 86 speed, though. Maybe at least his Excel be in the 90. Definitely think they shafted him there. So Atrowski, we looked at him, and he was okay, but he's normal dev, 73 overall. Maybe he would have started for our team, though. He's actually okay. McCall, probably not worth number 2. The Colts grabbed our running back we wanted. Keon Crawford. And like I said, sometimes you get these types of players, and that would be a huge disappointment. I would say in a user league, he'd probably go late first if a team was really desperate, because that speed is nice. That's unfortunate, though. I think he should have been much better than that. Roby Vinson, average player. 2 decent linebackers apparently for the Niners. Decent player there with slow. Decent player there with slow. How unfortunate is that? And then Adonis Walton. Average overall, slow as hell with slow dev. Superstar dev, Tevin Antrim, terrible. Don't care what his dev is. The only way he would be good is if he was 18, because at least you could dev his speed. But even then, I don't even think it would be worth it. Pearson Stevens Howland, an amazing safety as we expected. Shelby, decent wide receiver, one of the best of the class. And now, wait, I thought the Packers took someone off of us, didn't they? I don't remember, actually. Redskins are the big team, though, because I think that safety is definitely going to be a good player. Has to be. Roy Monroe. Ravens, Lynn Stanley. A little bit better, but 24 and slow still. Clenland, 72 overall, and definitely not the overall I thought he was going to be, but an amazing safety, and I would have loved to start him. Unfortunate, but these things happen. It is what it is. It's good enough to me to see all of that. Didn't really miss as well, as badly as I thought we were going to. So it is what it is. So of course, the running back situation looking the same. Wide receiver situation probably looks different. I would say Bynum does start just for his potential as a kick returner. He's the best kick returner on the team. If he makes the Pro Bowl, that'll reinforce him as a starting wide receiver. He could end up being better than Will Fuller after the season's over. So I think we're gonna put the risk on Bynum as a starter. Not that that's that crazy to do. However, Kading, I don't know what to do with this. To Marcus Lawrence. All right, I love the originality here. I don't know what to do with Cordero. I might actually allow myself to trade him. I'm only gonna allow myself as a trade piece, not an actual straight up just draft pick trade. Because in all fairness, I am creating Cordero Patterson's career. You know, he's not going to be anything as a running wide receiver. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, they took him. 4th round this, I think. Scarlet and Cream for Warmack. I found the perfect team, a team that made the playoffs, a team that could use running back because they lost Jeremy Hill, a team that definitely needs linebacker. They're in need in general, but Burfict's getting slower and older. And then Miller is a very good player because they could use him anywhere they want. Could use him at quarterback with Andy Dalton, geez. So, I mean, that's not going to be a great pick for us, but it's a decent one. I mean, we lose Merciless, who's a great starter, but we did draft Thorpe, who is an amazing player as well. Linebacker core definitely gets worse, but hopefully Thorpe can pick up quickly. Wish I could put him at middle, but he's just such a bad overall there. Tyrann Mathieu, of course, number 2. Harper, number 1. I mean, this is pretty much what the team's going to look like. I might try to swindle around for one more lineman, but for the most part, that's probably what we're looking at. Bodine, what can he play right tackle? He's a strong man. There we go. Kevin Johnson and Dylan Cole for Trent Brown. I think they won that trade. Dylan Cole's very young. What's his name? Kevin Johnson's still pretty young, and obviously one of the biggest needs for the Niners are line and corner. Of course, if they got rid of Trent in real life, let's not be that good. So I'm hoping to damn Jeezels that Will Fuller can have a great season. Bynum hopefully is the kicker. He still is. Nice. Kickers, Cody Parkey, get rid of Fairburn, assuming his cut isn't too bad. And we're just saving money cutting him, so there's no loss there. Bodine. So let's take a look at the offensive line. So offensive line isn't much worse than last year. I would say, it's better than last year, just considering how much potential we have. We still need to get a legit left tackle here, or at least someone halfway decent. We'll do that in a second, I suppose. Really needing Will Fuller to step up here for us. Had a lot of catches, didn't really get the yards. Thorpe will be the starting right outside linebacker, of course, giving him a decent chance at Defensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive line, of course, amazing. Safeties, still young enough. Cornerbacks, obviously Harper's an amazing corner. Tyrant's 26 now, I believe. Does he still have Superstar? He does. 26, getting better, kinda. So cornerbacks maybe should be fine for the rest of the rebuild. We'll see, though. I mean, we did well. We got 1 win last year in the playoffs, which is a pretty rare sighting for us. So not a bad year. So let's see if we can build on that for this year with a little bit better of a team. Definitely more youth. So we have some negotiations. I mean, it's a little early, so we can't really... Ooh, Clowney. We can't really, do everything, but we do have Clowney. Jonathan Joseph probably does walk this year. Benardrick McKinney, he's getting paid quite a bit considering he's outside linebacker, but we'll get him back. Trent Brown. Definitely thinking about it. I probably will. We just traded for him. Chance Warmack, more than likely. Christian Covington, I don't know what his stat line is, but I like the dev, so probably. I would say we have quite a bit of money as well. So here we go. We get to finally, kind of get everybody in place. So quite a bit of money. 87 speed. I'd probably debate getting him to a 6-year, but 5 years fine. 30 years old. Jonathan Joseph, no thank you. McKinney, another guy. Perfect 5-year deal. Can you prove? Okay, I guess not. Let's drop the money a little bit on Trent. I like the contract length. Chance knows his value, so we'll give him his deal right away. Covington, DT's cost quite a bit, so I'm a little shocked that he doesn't want more. Is he the future of this team, though? At 24 years old, I guess I'll give him a 5-year. Georgia quarterback Hunter Schneider was awarded the Heisman after leading one of the most electric offenses in all of college footy. 16 tackle performance. Wade Gentry. Roy Way. Sheldon Ross. I'm not going to remember all these. So the most important one being Roy Way, in my opinion. We will be taking a look at probably a safety. No? Whew. Might have ourselves a talented feller. Quarterback, I don't remember what his name was. Hunter Schneider, there he is. Don't know the other guys either. Wade Gentry, bunch of tackles, so might be decent. Once again, we're spoiling the season because this is a very big game. 9-6 versus 8-7. I don't know if they can make the playoffs if they win, but I don't know if we can make the playoffs if we lose. So I think we need to tie this game. Take a look at the AFC. So right now, wow. So we're the 3rd seed. But if we lose, we could very well miss the playoffs. That's crazy. 3rd seed, but if we lose, we're out of the playoffs, I would assume. Look at how many... Oh, my God. This is such a close race. Let's see if we're in the playoffs. This would actually be so devastating if we miss. Please. Actually, have them to the force win that. Please, 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 please. Yes, we won. Nice, nice, nice. Would it have mattered, though? Let's see. I think it probably would have, right? So we finished with number 3 seed. A lot of teams went, wow. Holy crap. I think we would have missed. Every team won, I think. Jesus. Calm yourselves. Aaron Rodgers MVP again. I'll show you guys we didn't cheat because, to be fair, a lot was riding on this season. So I wouldn't blame myself, or you guys probably wouldn't blame me. I don't know. Somebody's getting blamed or not getting blamed. Jags, obviously, a big turnaround on the season. Deshaun Watson, a really great season. Probably in the conversation for MVP. Wow, okay, we're going to have 12 fumbles on the offense this year. Nice. Receiving, Fuller was crap. Well, I mean, Fuller was good, but not comparison to Hopkins. And Hopkins dominated with each possession. Bynum was okay. Blocking, somehow actually really great. We had a 70 overall left tackle, and he only allowed 5 or 7 sacks, one of the two. Sack total, speaking of, very good across the board. Picks, really low. Kicking, Cody Parkey pretty much matched Fairburn's season last year. Gallagher a bit better than, what's his damn face? Wow, okay, this is some freaky crap. Bynum, sadly, will probably not make the Pro Bowl, which means we're going to be looking for a new wide receiver again. Offensive rank for yards, 14. Defense, 16. So we still pretty much match our other year, even though we went down in yardage. Maybe our points allowed was low. Yep, Deshaun, number 2. Damn it. Although, because Aaron Rodgers is an NFC player, Deshaun still probably does get a lot of XP here. Offensive Rookie of the Year, don't even remember. So Bynum was actually number 5. Okay. Thorpe gets defensive, thank God. Deshaun Watson, nice. That's all that matters to me, really, is Deshaun Hopkins. Good job. Deshaun Watson is the main guy, and also any of the rookies. How much XP we looking at? So a couple of awards, better than his Rookie of the Year season. We also got 2 youngsters, Trent Brown and Lusk, with some good XP. Will Fuller also must have hit some gold because he's got 42K. So this team is right on par with where I need him to be. Very good. I wish Harper would have been better, but he's still a great player, though. So who do we have to play against? We have to play against the Steelers, who knocked us out before. They were only 9-7, though, so it's interesting. The offensive line is way better than it was start of the season. Receiving core also the same. Bynum didn't get much XP, but he got a little bit of upgrading throughout the season. Still probably looking for a new wide receiver. Linebackers, the best is, of course, Thorpe now. Cunningham is okay. McKinney is okay. Safeties, would love to look for replacements, but I just can't find any. Corners, 86 across, not bad. And then, once again, best D-line in football. We also have the best punter in football. Not that that really matters. But yeah, let's go against the Steelers and see how we fare. 86 to their 87. I would say with all that XP, we're probably almost a 90 by now. So we're definitely on par to beating this Steelers team. Starting off, I did not know who was the ball. So we are right to left, which is kind of a sad point at this point because they did score 7-3, 13-3. That extra point miss might play a factor. I don't think it will. Start of the second half, and we're down 21 points. There you go, finally scoring a touchdown. Defense, though. Like, don't get me wrong. Offense could be playing better. But this Texans team, in real life, clearly known for the defense. And yet the defense is just poor. I mean, the defense gave up 44 points. That's not the offense's fault. This is just... I mean, that's an embarrassing loss. The Steelers had our number 2 years in a row now. Let's take a look at the stat comparisons. Big Ben, 5 touchdowns passing against this defense. John Watson, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Classic Deshaun. Lamar Miller might be looking for a new running back. Not that Lamar's not playing well. It's just he's getting a little older. Our window of opportunity is kind of fading with him, at least. Shazier with a pick. He shouldn't even be here. Sorry, it's mean. Gallagher with a pretty solid punting game, though. 50.2 per. I guess when you're inside your own 20 punting, it's pretty easy to bomb them downfield. Edvialdo Ellis. What an interesting name. I really don't know what I hope he is. He is a safety, so I'd actually probably prefer that. Late first? Oh, baby. Got ourselves a new safety. Probably, maybe even go Pearson Davenport as well. Probably not, but you never know. You don't control me. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Well, let's see who wins the Super Bowl and see who we have to re-sign. I think we've gotten all that figured out, though. Trent Brown, a 5-year deal. Super steal. 5-year, like $22 million deal. Just as he's increasing. 41-14 over the Jags. So the Eagles back-to-back winners, as they usually do. Oh, we didn't? I forgot about the tag. He didn't want to resign. Unlucky, mate. You're going to be playing under the tag. Don't get me wrong. Joseph Gallagher. Oh, it's a realistic rebuild. I have to sign him. Crap. Either way, it's actually a pretty good deal. I'm kind of glad we did. Cody Parkey. We're going to move on from Cody Parkey as well. Didn't really provide great enough. I actually might go Reed Fraggle. I know he's old, but he played well. But Cody Parkey was pretty much the same as any kicker we've had. It's unfortunate that Trent Brown did not accept his deal from earlier, and I forgot to reinitiate it, but still paying about 6.5 for him on the tag this year. I don't know how the hell it's so cheap. Must just not be any good right tackles. Shaq Mason, so with lots of money, why wouldn't you use it on a player that's good? Martavis? Surprised he's in here. Some actually decent talent in here. Would have liked to see a big name guy, but still good. Chris Conley actually looking pretty strong too. So, I mean, we're realistically missing like one guy. Scouting Combine. I don't know what our draft picks are, but we have 2 first rounds, which is something that needs to be noted. Morgan Incognito. So, wide receiver is definitely a need. Is it something we take? Oh, my God. I don't know how they even... How could you give a 7.7 to Kyrie Wright when he's sitting right next to a god? Makes no damn sense. So, cornerback. Corner is a decent need of ours. Question is there anyone in range of not being a super high pick that we can go for? I don't think so. I think it's all mid to early. Edivaldo Ellis, definitely the guy we want to go with. We're at a 4.57. It's a little on the slow side, but great agility, stuff. So great agility stats or combine grades, I suppose. It'd be nice to be able to snag a great safety along with him in the later portions. We scouted everything we pretty much needed to, and we definitely discovered some really good players. A few later round guys, but most of them are actually pretty high. So we're going to debate what we do. What is the Bengals pick? Selection number 8. Not bad. What is ours going to be, like 25? 23, okay. So 8 and 23. Should still have our second round pick. So cornerback, if we want one, will have to be taken soon. Here we go. So first this, number 3 and Reginald Jennings for a first, and second this, and then a third next. They definitely win on that trade, especially if they get someone great, which they did. Godfrey is still there. I'm taking Godfrey. Slow dev, but he's an 80 overall amazing player. How do you give that slow dev? Could be a safety for us too, so I'm actually kind of happy with that. Do we trade up, though? Let's see, because the guy's a late first. Thank you. It was risky, but we saved our pick. Thank God. I've never done that before either. Normally, I have to take him. And it's a very interesting scenario because I know Ellis is superstar dev, but Harding looks insane too. They're both the same age. Harding's a little shorter. Do we not just trade up and go for both? Edvaldo Ellis, because he's superstar. Great player. So number 49 and Corey Moore for number 24. Andre Harding, 2 starting safeties. Short, but good players for us, of course. Expected them to be pretty solid the way it is. Are you serious? He goes 1 pick before. It was a late. What did I miscalculate? What? A late versus this is a number 11. Tryon, going to be our new number 3 wide receiver. 80 overall, great jumping, great speed. Well, not great speed, but good speed. 97 excel, which is insane. Good agility, great elusiveness. And he's 22 at 6'3", so he's a very good talent. Don't know what our next pick is. Our actually next pick is like 150 something, I thought. which will be a little bit of a reach, but Kendrick, Culberson, quick dev. It's going to be a tough decision on who we start, though. I mean, this guy's good, but the other guy is much younger, but he does only have normal, so let's take another look at if there's anyone else here. I don't think there will be that we need. Don't get me wrong, Brackens is all right, but we don't need him. Oh, we have the DT. Where is he? Nolan as well. Mid-7th. Screw it. Why not? It's 182. Let's make our selection here. I think the cornerback is someone I want, but if they're the same time... Wait. Oh, did I miss the DT? Totally did, didn't I? Nah, whatever. I guess it's the guy we're going to go with. Trovon Nolan. 70 overall. Terrible player. I missed the DT. Where was he? I thought he was a 7th round. Oh, was it Biggers at 175? I thought he was a 7th rounder. Or was he a 6th? Whatever. We'll try to take a look and find him, though. So that was our draft. I think we had a pretty good draft. We had, a superstar safety, a safety with really great stats. He's kind of, they're both the same age, which is interesting. We also got Godfrey. I forgot. He's really great, too. But two safeties with the same years of age. However, the stats are a little bit different. Like, Andre Harding appears to be the better of the two players, but Ellis does have superstar. So I will say Harding definitely is better, so he'll play strong with Ellis playing free. And then, everything else will kind of just figure itself out. One of the best drafts I've had in a long, long time. And they were all late first round, so it's not like I went crazy in the top end of picks. It cost us a little bit, but every single player was worth it. That cornerback might be slow dev, but he's an amazing talent. Hunter Schneider, they took him anyways. And like I said, it gave him a red, but you can't believe in that because superstar dev, 96 throw power, 79 speed, 81 excel. Agility sucks, but agility doesn't matter for a quarterback. Great land for the Bears. Guy's going to be a star. They got legit. I thought he would be decent, and he definitely was. He was a very good player. It's just we didn't need him anymore. Ali Newhouse, not bad. Number 1 overall is where one of the guys went. I'm also looking for Kurtman's actually not bad. Decent player. Some really good wide receivers in this draft. I'm looking for the couple of DTs that we were looking at too. Gentry, decent. Douglas Harrington, average. Riley Thievers. Should have been ours, but didn't need him anyways, technically. Davenport, some good safeties in this draft as well. Where are those DTs, though? Ooh, center. Not bad, actually. Vincent Lumpkin, some good quarterbacks as well, I suppose. Chargers, Keegan Skinner, great trade up for them to us. I mean, that was definitely worth the pick for them. If I miss one of the guys, the only reason why... Ooh, Ruff was better than I thought he would be. I'm happy with what we have, but would have been nice to get him too. But if I miss any of the guys I was trying to look for, it is only because they were worse than I expected. I've only been looking for 75, 76s. So if they're worse than that, don't really even care anyways. Dolphins, I thought, were one of the teams. Were they? Lorenzo Wallace, they landed a great safety, so they got 2 safeties. They didn't have to go 2 in the first round like we were, or we did. Falcons took Bynum, number 1 in the 28th pick. Pretty good player. Barry Allen, not a bad player. A little bit of a steal. Roy Way, number 1 overall, very good corner. Was he worth it? Probably. Oh, an 84 overall running back. It says 84 for me. Bit of a steal. Deshaun Kemp. Nice draft for the Jets here. Really good job. LeBrace Boston. Apparently the best cornerback in the class. Kind of came out of nowhere there a little bit. I don't remember his stat line too much, or his combine at least. So I can't really make a judgment, but pretty impressive. Keenan Duncan. Antonio Barden. Reminds me of Ramsey's Barden. Where are these damn DTs? Oh, here's one. Biggers. Roy Biggers. I think this was the guy. Looks pretty damn good. Seems to be the guy, I think. Is he fine? This was one of the other guys I was debating on. Ugh, no thank you. Ravens took Middleton, number 75. Glad we didn't take him. He's good. Just not as good as Biggers. And I don't know if this is going to be the final season. We'll play at least this one. Maybe another one. Not sure, though. I mean, we did a good job in the draft, I think. It's just, who do we start? Tryon, who is 94 jump, 85 spec. So 85 spec. Spec is much better on Culberson. I know Culberson's older, but in a rebuild sense, it's actually really tough, man. And like Will Fuller has developed enough. Hopkins obviously developed enough. I don't know where the hell we go with this team at wide receiver. Those guys are really both great players. Maybe Culberson's an amazing tight end. We'll take a look at that, actually. Culberson's on the bigger side, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Culberson, quick dev as well. If he was younger, man, it would be a clear cut. Even 1 year younger. Culberson's an 85. All right, this is interesting. So I think this is gonna be the lineup. I mean, the offensive line's looking pretty good. Burgess is sadly only a 74 at right tackle. Might move that around. We'll see. Receiving core, this is what it's gonna look like. Culberson is gonna start at tight end because he's right behind Fedorowicz in the receiving category, and Culberson will be obviously a bigger threat there than Fedorowicz was. Linebackers looking okay. Safeties. If Ellis wants to stay in his spot, we could have 90 overall safeties by the end of the year. Same with Tyron. Got Godfrey at number 2 because he has more potential, technically. And then the D-line still best in the league, more than likely. But yeah, let's move on and see if we can make it to the playoffs again this time. Hopefully winning the Super Bowl. I think this will be the last season only because the video is already almost 45 minutes edited. So, let's just say I don't want to be too long, but we'll see. We'll see. So we have to re-sign Will Fuller here. So Will Fuller, 4-year, $36 million deal. Clearly worth it. Let's get into a 5, though. Let's knock that deal out. Offer's perfect. DJ Reader. A little inflated. Well, he's still pretty good. I was going to say a little inflated because of the dev, but still worth it. Trent Brown, I wish we would have got that deal done last year. Prove the bonus. Can you improve your attitude? Lamar Miller, if we do re-sign, is an after-the-season type deal. So we're pretty much on the way for some re-signings. Hopefully finish this Trent Brown deal off real quick. He's become pretty good of a lineman, I'd say. There we go. Lamar, like I said, we'll wait. But let's go to the Super Bowl, or the playoffs. Hopefully let's go to the Super Bowl, but have we went to the Super Bowl? I don't think we have. We have a bye week. Deshaun Watson is, there we go. Jags were 12-4 too, but 14-2 with MVP Deshaun Watson. Lost to the Falcons and the Chargers. Two very good teams. I can't really be too mad with that. Let's take a look. Deshaun Watson. I mean, pretty similar to last year, but a little bit better. Not bad at all. Even rushing wise, we had a lot of touchdowns. Lamar Miller under 4 per. Yes, Tryon. 1291. He had 4th for catching, but he was still 1291, 14 touchdowns. Kendrick Culberson, almost 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Almost the perfect season that we could have asked for. Hopefully Burgess is looking strong too. Sack totals, 19 for Clowney, 16 for Watt. DT's a little lower. Thorpe, who's a coverage guy, getting 8 sacks with 103 tackles. Amazing. Godfrey with 4 picks, could be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Hopefully. Hopefully someone on our team is Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kick returns, Trey Bynum 2 for a touchdown, and then Tryon 1 for a punt return. This should be a really good season. Number 2 in offense. Defense being 7. And I would assume scoring number 1. So Texans number 1 for Deshaun. Nothing else. We got Coach of the Year as well, which is kind of cool. Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year. Thorpe was number 4. A lot of guys on the list there. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Tryon. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Sadly, it was way bigger than Godfrey. Quarterback Deshaun. Lamar at 7. Best wide receiver, Tryon. Nice season there. Very impressive stuff. Let's take a look at how much XP we have, though. Could be the year. Chiefs as well. I mean, it's not too bad. So Burgess did get 35K. Tryon 72K. Culberson only 10K, but he'll still be better than Fedorowicz probably. At least it was a good decision. That's all that needs to be known. Defensively, Harper had a lot of XP. Surprisingly, Godfrey didn't. He had 4 picks as a rookie. That's a great start to a rookie year. Either way, Tyrann Mathieu, I guess, will be moved back into number 2 just because technically he's better. But Tryon should be a superstar here. I think we made the right decision with our receivers. Oh, not gonna get the jumping up. That's way too expensive. Tryon's a nice little receiver, though. Beautiful. Get ourselves a talent. 92 overall. Here we go. Deshaun. I'm going to get his throw power up 1. He's a 99 overall with the throw power, or throw on the run being upgraded as well. We also have Glenn Harper, who hopefully becomes a true number 1 here. I mean, it seems like he will, right? Yeah, 93 overall. There we go. We finally have a true number 1. Burgess was already a pretty damn good lineman, but now he'll be even better. Let's drop his awareness 1 to get his injury up. 89 overall. There we go. I mean, we're primed for a Super Bowl. So I'm really curious to see these safeties. So offensive line, pretty much a 90 across. Bodine, sadly, with super. Does he still have super? Superstar Dev. Still a little bit on the lower side. Culberson with Fedoras makes a great tight end core. 3 amazing receivers. Running game is actually probably one of our worst aspects now. Mar Miller being an 88 overall. Sean Watson, 99 overall, of course. Linebackers, pretty good. Safeties, I wish they were a little bit better, but it is what it is. DB core is still fine. And then D-line still, once again, the best around. Let's see. Going against the Chiefs now. 93 to 91. We still have to see what we are after the upgrades, though. 95, maybe 96. Could have probably moved up. We'll actually return the ball. Could have probably moved up Tryon, but either way. Tryon looks like a really big receiver. To be fair, he is 6'3", isn't he? For some reason, I always thought he was 6'1", but he's 6'3". Such a cool receiver. Like, because he has 97 excel with 90 speed, he's already good enough in the speed stats, but it also gives you a very manageable guy to develop yourself, so it gives you some fun. He's honestly one of the perfect receivers I've ever seen. And then Culberson, an insane tight end. The game kind of intended him to be a tight end as well, because he already had 60 run block, which I know isn't crazy, but for a rookie receiver, that's not bad. On the outside and a little bit overthrown. Over the middle, Culberson taken down rough by Justin Hughes in there. I probably had Fuller, but Katie, nice play. Well, let's go on to watching the rest of the game. We drove down nicely, see if they can finish. They can, of course. Chiefs get 3. It appears we're going to score right away again. We do. Defense locks up, 21 to 3. Second half, we are going to be up 24 to 3. Call me crazy, but I think the game might be over. Nice slow drive there as well. Let's just sim to the end of the game and see what the final score is. We're going to hold them to no touchdowns? I guess so. They're going to kick a field goal down by this much in the playoffs. That is almost a sign of me firing my coach, honestly. Like, I don't get it. In 0 ways would I ever kick a field goal down by 30 in a playoff game. No, there's no way. Maybe I'd punt it because I've accepted defeat, but kicking a field goal just makes you look like an idiot. He really does. You know, punting it when you're inside your own 20, down by 30 with 5 minutes left, you don't want it to pour on, but kicking a field goal, what is that going to do? Even the punt thing is debatable. On to the championship game against the Jags. Why wouldn't it be? It had to be them. 95 to their 92. I mean, we're clearly primed for a Super Bowl win, so let's knock it out real quick. This team's built. This team's definitely built for the wins. And we got a lot of young talent. Contract should be fine, even with Deshaun Watson needing one soon. Start of the second quarter, we're down by 7. Didn't last long. Tied up at 7, up by 3, up by 6 only, and right before that we scored a touchdown. So 20 to 7, start of the second half. Defense is locking up, unlike they have in previous playoff years. And I think it's safe to say we have won the game going on to the Super Bowl. I mean, if we can make easy work of the Jags like this, I don't know how anyone in the Super Bowl is going to be able to stop us. It just doesn't add up. 39 to 14 against the Jags is like pretty much a Super Bowl guarantee. Lamar Miller even did very well. Culberson is dominating as a tight end, though, I'll tell you. I'm also going to have to take a look at this McCullough guy. He had like 15 tackles in this game, and I believe he was Defensive Player of the Year. I want to see where he ranks. Actually, he's a youngster linebacker. He's kind of look like all the other ones. I will say we are about to play against one of the teams we lost to in the regular season, and both teams are rated at 95. Gotta win the Super Bowl here. Gotta. We just have the best. Like, we have pretty much the best team. We have to do it. We have the best receiving. Like, we have the best offense in the league. Defense is a little rough, though. Like, it's good, but the DBs are definitely beatable. Luckily, we have our number one corner, Harper. But even he's a 93 only. It worries me. A lot of youth on that defense, especially the DB core. 3 all. They're going to score 3. Start of the second quarter. I mean, this is exactly where we want to be. Offense just needs to finish. There you go. Because the defense, once again, just like all the other... Oh, look at that. Just like all the other playoff games, defense is doing its job. And that defense, like I said, is magnificent. One of the greatest defenses potentially ever assembled, at least play style-wise. Maybe not names, but holy crap, the performance they put on in the playoffs is by far one of the best I've had in rebuild history. The defense, they accounted for more points this game than the Falcons scored, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not direct, but very close. There was a couple of times where it goes from their possession to our score within one click, which either means it was a defensive score or it was such a close turnover that we scored within 5 to 10 yards. Defense, even though they were clearly the weaker of the two, also clearly the reason why we won. First quarter, maybe even the second, we weren't scoring on offense. Either were they. Our defense was locking up, held on long enough. Deshaun Watson, MVP. Once again, they always give it to the players that don't deserve it. 143 yards, 1 touchdown. Unless that was his rushing stats. I mean, that is a terrible Super Bowl for a quarterback. I mean, that is a carry job if I've ever heard it. But either way, a win is a win. Who is number 41? Is that Thorpe? Or is that Cunningham? What a weird number. Linebacker, middle linebacker especially, wearing number 41. What a number. But either way, the Houston Texans have won a Super Bowl year 3. Perfect clutch timing. Team's built to be a dynasty, so we'll definitely keep the roster, maybe a reload in the future. Deshaun Watson did not throw a pick, but also a very porous game. Definitely barely even a game manager, to be honest. Receiving, not great, obviously, because Deshaun didn't really do too well. Defense did pretty well. Thorpe with a pick. Their kicker missed a field goal. Defensive touchdowns. Did we have a lot of them? So Thorpe did have a pick 6. What a defensive performance. But there's the win. There's the win. So a damn great team. Kind of surprised we actually did get Will. I don't know how Will Fuller Season 2 got so much XP, but he did. But a great offense, which is the main, key. And then the defense, we got some DBs that's starting to develop. We got, some linebackers. I would say McKinney would be the first one to be replaced soon. Covington, I don't know why, but he just hasn't developed. Like, he's an 80 overall. I think maybe it's his strength, because 92 block shed, 87 power move. With those speed stats, I think should put him way above 80. Maybe his awareness is low. Don't know. His injury is a little low too, but still, I thought he'd be better than that. But either way, successful rebuild again. Starting to do pretty well here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any suggestions for what ifs, challenges, rebuild challenges, different games, let me know. But anyways, that'll be the video, and thanks for watching, of course. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see